Hey guys, Ambrose here. Today we're going to do some caladium bulbs. As you can see, the sun is just beating down on us. Summer has officially arrived here in North Carolina. It's definitely hot and humid here, so we're trying to get things going in here. But today we're going to talk about some caladium bulbs. So with caladiums, there's thousands of different varieties. They're more tropical plants than anything. They love shade. Some do tolerate sun. More of the colorful, showy ones do like a lot of sun, but they need more watering. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to plant these caladium bulbs and how to get a good start with them. Now, Proven Winners has sent us some samples to get these going. They will start selling caladiums next year. They're going to sell the actual plants, but what they've done is sent us the bulbs to get them started and see how they grow and how they look and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to get going with today. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to get those bulbs going. All right, guys, so we got plenty of different varieties of caladium bulbs that were sent to us. Right now, we're only going to do 4 of them. As you know, we're going to be moving here. You can use caladiums for a lot of different arrangements in the landscape and shade areas. I mentioned we can do it in kind of like a pond garden, not in the actual water, but just to surround it and have that nice serene look from the caladium bulbs. They're also known as elephant ears, so they have that nice heart shape. Some are strap leaf. Some are the nice looking leaf shaped caladiums as well, and they all have a different variety of colors. So the 4 we're going to do that they sent us today is one's called Heart to Heart Snowdrift, and I'll put pictures up here because I don't remember exactly what they look like. Like I said, these are new, so there's no tags related to these, but I'll pop the picture up there to show you exactly what they like. This is probably one of my favorite, is Snowdrift. It's a nice white, it kind of reminds me of a watermelon, but again, I'll pop that picture up there and show you. Then we have one called Blushing Bride. This is one that Angie definitely likes. It's a nice deep red color with a veiny look to it. It looks absolutely beautiful. And then another one we have is a Scarlet Flame. And then one called Lemon Blush. It has a nice tint of yellow in it. Again, those pictures will be up there, so you can definitely see that. Just a bunch of different varieties of caladiums. If you've seen different caladiums, there's like I said, there's thousands of different varieties. We're gonna get these guys going. I'm gonna show you exactly like I said. So the best thing with caladiums is they like well-drained soil. So we got some nice holes in our containers here, so it drains properly. When you plant these bulbs, you want to plant them at least 1.5 to 2 inches deep in the soil, and then cover those guys up. But another thing about caladium bulbs, one thing I want to show you here is, if you ever do get caladium bulbs, now these have been painted to show us exactly how to plant them, but the best way to plant caladium bulbs and to be able to see that is the hole right here. It's kind of dug out where the tuber comes out. You can see that when it has that little indentation, that's how you plant it, and that's the way it's going to shoot up. Now if you do plant it upside down for some reason, no worries, it'll still grow. It just takes it a little bit more time for it to find its way out. They usually take about 2 to 3 weeks before they start showing any growth. And the temperature should be about 60 to 75 degrees to get these in the soil. Like I said, the time you want to do this is after the first frost in early spring. But there's really no wrong time to put these in. You can put these in now, and they'll definitely start growing. You can also bring these inside. In the fall and winter months, the best thing to do is, if you're south of the I-10 corridor, what you want to do is you can leave these in the ground and they'll actually come back for you next year. If you're north of that, you want to take these bulbs out just with the leaf and all. Just take them out, let them dry out, and again, you want to take out that tuber so you have that indentation there for next year, and you just store them, and then next spring you can plant those guys and they'll come right up for you. So the first thing we're going to do to get these caladium bulbs going is we're going to add some bone meal to it. So the reason we use bone meal is because it's a 4-12-0. That's nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Now with the potassium, we don't want to add any potassium because we're not going to have any foliage growing. So we're going to use a nitrogen and phosphate, and that's going to help the roots develop a nice sturdy system, so that way they get going, and then once they start showing some type of foliage, we'll add some bulb tone to it, and that's going to provide the nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus to get that foliage nice and green and growing and looking healthy. But for now, like I said, we're going to add this bone meal. We're going to do maybe about a tablespoon to 2, and we're just going to mix it into our soil here. Like I said, what you want to do is you want to get that bulb, and you want to get that indentation to face up. Again, these are painted for us, so it shows us exactly how to plant these in. But we're going to do that, face it up, and then we're going to add some soil, about 1 inch to 2 inches, just covering it up. And then again, that's going to take about 2 to 3 weeks to start showing some growth and start developing that root system, and you'll start seeing that pop up. You want to keep these watered. You don't want to keep them completely wet. You want to keep them moist. They love to be moistened, but they don't love to sit in water. So if you find a place in the landscape, you got to pick a spot where, you know, it's not going to be completely drenched in water. Clay soil is probably not preferred. It's gonna hold a lot of that water and keep it completely moist. Amend a spot or find a different spot where it's going to be nice and drained, and it's not going to hold so much water to damage these. Now again, like I said, we have some of these that are sun tolerant, and they'll do good in about 6 to 8 hours of sun, and they'll have that nice, beautiful, bright color. Those that go in sun are going to require more waterings throughout the day than the ones you have in shade. Again, once we get these guys going, we're gonna probably put a container together. And I know you guys are probably wondering how we're gonna do this, but the reason we're doing these in these containers is because we are moving, like I said, and so we wanna get these growing first, and once they start growing, we'll get these transplanted into some maybe beautiful containers and arrangements, maybe in the landscape, depending on what it looks like where we go. We have a nice shady spot, and again, we have plenty of these, so we'll be able to show these once they start showing. We'll do an update on these, show you guys what they look like, how they're performing, and how good and beautiful they look. But again, we want to thank Proven Winners for sending us these samples to get these going and actually sample these plants and review it for them. We absolutely love trying all kinds of plants, and this is one of the ones that I've always loved. We have some, we've had some elephant ears in the past. We have some huge ones that grow completely huge, and these guys will just keep coming back and back again and again as long as you know how to take care of them. Like I said, if you live in a cold area, you want to pull those out. Treat them well. There's many different types of websites on how-tos and stuff like that, and I'm just trying to give you the best advice I can to get these caladiums going and being able to harvest them so you can have them next year. In those hotter climates, you know, down in Florida, down in Texas, you can actually leave those in the ground and they'll come back the next year and they'll absolutely look stunning. But again, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't given this video a like, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.